We all do it, especially when we are younger and are standing at the very beginning of our learning process in this competitive and fast-paced world. We compare ourselves to others. And it's good to some extent. Studying other people's work gives us benchmarks of excellence, which are needed to recognize quality and our own shortcomings next to it. This understanding of proficiency becomes especially apparent when we get a bit older and more experienced. With every improvement we make in our line of work, we recognize the flaws of our old idols and search for new ones that can lift us to the next level. Comparison can fuel our determination, spark inspiration, and offer valuable learning opportunities. We need to compare to be able to become good at walking as a toddler, or cooking as a bachelor, or talking to another human being after being thrown out of parental care. Without comparison, we will never know what is possible, and we might never be able to surpass drawing stick figures. But as with everything in life, fine balance is needed. It is incredibly easy these days to fall into an endless pit of destructive comparison. The times of Michelangelo are over, where all we could compare each other to was the other painter down the street. Nowadays, we see the achievements of the world as a whole on Instagram, X, TikTok, and the likes. And this innumerable display of skill is discouraging at best. Trying to live up to someone else's standards, especially when it comes to how fast and in what way you learn something, can have quite the harmful impact on your well-being, creativity, and personal growth, which is why I'm personally such a proponent of self-learning. Someone else's norm can impossibly become your norm because you're not that person, period. The relentless pursuit of trying it anyway could lead to a lack that you wouldn't have if you tackled the world on your own terms. For example, the lack of individuality. You are an individual, and as such you possess a unique set of experiences, strengths, weaknesses, talents, perspectives, opinions, ideas, and life circumstances that, combined, can and will lead to an equally unique set of skills. By focusing on replicating someone else's work, or even just workflow or learning approach, you might never be able to uncover your true potential. Surrendering to your individuality allows for innovative thinking, fresh approaches, and the development of an authentic style. Don't underestimate that. Another side effect might be a lack of personal fulfillment. True fulfillment comes from setting your own standards, pursuing your own passions, and defining success based on your own values. When you base your success on the achievements of others, however, you might gravely neglect your personal goals and aspirations in the process. It becomes a never-ending cycle of dissatisfaction, as you will constantly fall short of someone else's norms. Embrace your own journey to find meaning and satisfaction in your work. You might do this work for the rest of your life, and I don't think you want to live someone else's. Next, you could suffer from a lack of self-confidence. Who here needs self-doubt and a negative self-image? No one? I thought so. Personal growth and the sense of self-worth that comes with it demands taking and overcoming risks. Your personal risks that arise from pursuing your personal desires. If you strive to fulfill another person's goals, you're wearing a mask that breathes inner conflict beneath it. Like a pot with old spaghetti bolognese will breed mold when being covered with a lid. Just take the lid off and wash that thing. Childhood trauma kicking in full force here. Wearing this mask will create a very unstable foundation for your self-esteem that will crumble as soon as you fall short of the unrealistic expectations that you set for yourself, with the futile endeavor of becoming someone you are not. It undermines your confidence as it undermines your personality, and it creates a sense of inadequacy in you that will linger there until you finally shake off the need of outside approval. Don't place your self-worth in the hands of others. Don't surrender your autonomy and allow others to dictate your choices and actions. Educate yourself just enough to know what you're doing and then do it your way. Now, furthermore, you might have to battle a lack of creativity. Creativity thrives in an environment that encourages individuality and self-expression. When you fixate on meeting someone else's standard, you handicap your creative thinking and problem-solving abilities. Creativity is a muscle that can't be trained properly with training wheels for long. Take those inspirational crutches to make your first steps and then throw them out on trash collection day. Tell your mom you can't be her little angel forever and go explore. See the world through your own eyes. Take paths no one around you takes. You don't know their reasons for not going there, but you might have yours to do so. Embrace all your little quirks. The people in school that are perceived as weirdos are usually the ones that change the world later. I was an unpopular outcast myself, and I strongly believe that this made me more special. It did, right?
It sure did.
See? And finally, you might experience a lack of emotional strength. This goes hand in hand with self-confidence, but I feel it needs special treatment. Lacking self-esteem is one thing, but to have your mental and emotional well-being diminished is a whole other level of destruction. If left untreated, a corrupted mental health can lead to a perpetual state of stress and anxiety. We feed our brains with a constant fear of judgment and failure when we look to others consistently. And this never-ending pressure can lead to burnout, a decreased productivity, and a compromised work-life balance. Prioritizing your mental health and setting realistic expectations aligned with your own values is essential for long-term success and your personal happiness. Don't ever compromise your mental health for nothing and no one. Burnout is no joke, and I will make a separate video about it, because I unfortunately ignored these stressors too long, and I already paid the price for it. And thus I'm saying all of this as a reminder to myself. I do struggle with comparison a lot. It's something that is hard to shake off. And it's one thing to know and another thing to internalize. Anyways, if you stay in the confines of your own personal best, you should be safe from major mental breakdowns. But don't lie to yourself about what your best truly is. I'm all for self-set goals and personally tailored workflows and the likes. But is working 2 hours a day and binge-watching YouTube shorts and gaming the other 22 of it really your best? Can you really just do 5 squats and then call it a day by breathing in a container of Ben & Jerry's? Embrace a mindset of effort and excellence while remaining grounded in reality and self-compassion. Give something your best by putting in sincere effort, dedication, and focus towards your goals. Utilize your skills, your knowledge, and your resources to the fullest extent possible, with a commitment to continuous self-improvement. When you give your best, you strive for excellence, challenge yourself, and push beyond your comfort zone, while also understanding your limitations and considering the available resources and circumstances in your life. Find the balance. So to summarize all this real quick, while it is natural to admire and learn from the achievements of others, trying to reach someone else's standard of work can lead to all those things I just mentioned. Just by prioritizing your unique journey, you can unlock your true potential and make meaningful contributions to the world around you. I learned this firsthand when my ex-partner tried to teach me the ways of the concept artist through the path that he himself had taken when he was younger. It was absolutely impossible for me to stay focused in his workflow and schedule that didn't make any sense for me at all. Seeing myself falling so short of his work ethics and his expectations of the process only made me feel like an absolute failure until I eventually quit. Your idol's way will never become your way. There are too many factors at play here that will lead you down a very different path, and that's wonderful, because it will make you unique. And uniqueness in a world of eyebrow stencils and H&M is the most valuable thing you can develop. Take it from the father of Stoicism, Marcus Aurelius. Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength that will always spring up if thou wilt always look. Always stay true to yourself and always stay curious. Thanks for watching. Can impossibly be become can impossibly be impossibly become can impossibly become can impossibly become this is so hard. Can impossibly be this. Oh